Hey everybody, how's it going? Alec and Stuff here. So one of my biggest wishes in life is finally becoming a reality, and that is the fact that Nintendo is finally moving into the realm of theme parks. More specifically, they're getting their own dedicated space in the Orlando, Hollywood, and Japan locations of Universal Studios to do whatever they want with. Now, we've seen Nintendo express interest into expanding into theme parks through things like business meetings and the like, but only recently has it been publicly announced by Nintendo that it's a plan and that it's set in motion already. So, as any Nintendo fan probably would, I started to think about what kind of attractions there would be and what I would like to personally see from a place like Super Nintendo Land, as it's now called. So, I started jotting down some ideas and eventually came up with 6 good ones. So, without further ado, here are 6 things that I'd like to see from Super Nintendo Land. Alright, so first up is Princess Peach's Castle. If you've ever been to any of the Disney theme parks, you'd know that almost all of them have a center focal point. You know, something that represents the park as a whole. For instance, Animal Kingdom has the Tree of Life. Magic Kingdom features Cinderella's castle, and so on and so forth. I think Princess Peach's castle would be a fantastic centerpiece for something like Nintendo World because of its appearance. The colors, the architecture, and the overall familiarity of the Mario universe are all instantly recognizable to people of all ages, which is something that should be considered important for a family-friendly theme park. Yes, there are other castles in other Nintendo games like Hyrule Castle and its many iterations, but none of them quite capture that feel that I'd imagine Nintendo would be going for with a theme park. Also, as a little side note, I think it'd be really cool to have something inside the castle that guests could visit. Perhaps a cake shop run by Princess Peach herself? Alright, so this next one seems like it would be a no-brainer to pretty much anybody, and that is a Mario Kart racetrack. There's not much else to say about it other than I think it would feel so cool to be able to live out those fantasies of kicking your friends' butts in Mario Kart in the real world. Yeah, I know it's a lot to ask for since racetracks would take up a ton of real estate, but how many times have you played a game of Mario Kart and thought to yourself, man, that would be so fun to just do in real life? Now, obviously some of the mechanics from the games like Zero Gravity from Mario Kart 8 and the gliders wouldn't transition over into the real world very well, if at all, but if the folks in charge could figure out a way to incorporate items somehow into the attraction, then consider my season passes booked. Next on my list is an attraction that I feel like would be one of my favorites, and that is anything related to Luigi's Mansion. Simply imagining how fun it would be to go through Luigi's Mansion by a rail cart armed with your own Poltergust 5000 just fills me with excitement. There's honestly so many things you can do with a series like Luigi's Mansion that I feel like no matter what form the ride took, it's just guaranteed to be one of the most popular rides on the property, which leads me to believe that out of all of the concepts on this list, a Luigi's Mansion ride has the best chance at becoming a reality. Plus, if no one else is going to help Luigi keep the mansion free of ghosts, it might as well be me. Super Mario Sunshine is easily one of, if not my favorite, 3D Mario game of all time, meaning this next idea might come with some bias. But I think it would be really cool to have a water park section that took on the theme of Isle Delfino. Yes, I know the idea of incorporating a water park onto an already large expansion is a bit of a long shot, but just think of how perfect the setting is from that game. It takes place on a collection of sunny, tropical islands. Heck, even one of the main mechanics of Super Mario Sunshine is using water. I can picture in my head a variety of wave pools, fountains, and water slides, all themed around this game, and I just can't think of a better fit. I love the game, and I love the idea. Nintendo, let's make it happen. So this next idea is something that came to me during my time at E3 2015. So I was in line to demo Star Fox Zero for the first time, and the main theme from that game played over the speakers above us. And if you haven't heard it, that theme sounds like it's straight out of a waiting line for a theme park ride. And just to prove it to you, here's a small snippet. After hearing that and seeing some of the demo stations were actual R-Wings, I thought it would be an incredible experience to be able to play out a Star Fox mission in the form of a theme park ride. I imagine it playing like a 4-player co-op experience with each person getting their own R-Wing to pilot. Also, as another side note, if it became possible to incorporate voice communication between players, much like the way Star Fox and his team communicate in the games, that would make the experience even more insane. Plus, it would give me a reason to yell at my friends in my most annoying Slippy voice. And last on my list actually isn't a ride at all, but a restaurant. More specifically, a restaurant run by everyone's favorite pink blob, Kirby. Chef Kirby, that is. In my mind, I don't think that this restaurant would have to be limited to foods from the Kirby series alone, but rather every Nintendo franchise. A few examples of some menu items that I can think of would be something like Yoshi egg ice cream, which sounds gross, but it would be vanilla ice cream with chunks of chocolate, dyed a variety of colors so that it takes the appearance of a Yoshi egg. Pokeball pizza, I guess, would have to also be a must, with one half pepperoni, the other half cheese. I could go on, but just think of how awesome it would be to walk into a place like Chef Kirby's and have the amazing opportunity to be served a wide variety of Nintendo-themed dishes and desserts. God, talk about yummy. And that's about all I could come up with. In short, I'm incredibly excited for Super Nintendo Land, and you can bet when those gates open for the very first time that I will be there. Gosh, it's so incredibly exciting, and it's so awesome that a Nintendo theme park is actually happening and it's actually going to exist at some point in the near future. Man, it blows my mind. But anyways, those are just my personal thoughts on the matter. But I gotta ask, just because I'm curious, what do you think? Are you excited for Nintendo Land? What would be your ideal theme park attraction for a place like Super Nintendo Land? I gotta know, because I really racked my brain for the 6 that I came up with, and even then, I feel like there's just still an infinite amount of possibilities that I just haven't thought of. So feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'd love to discuss that with you guys. But of course, as always, I'm alecandstuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!